Okay, and this recording.
Okay, add the show here. Alright. Alright. Let me get to where
You made me a cup?
I'm sorry? Did I make you a cup? That's what you said?
No,
I didn't.
Did you take your shit?
Did I make you a cup any day?
Is we on live?
Yes, I am, and that's recording. So keep it cute. Keep it cute. Y'all come on up in here. Get on up in the room.
Where my phone at? 'Cause I need-
The upper room. Turn my mic on. Y'all come on in the room. In the upper room. The upper room.
Not the upper room had it. She's just upstairs.
Oh, I thought she was in the upper room.
We died and went to glory.
That's what they told me. She was in the upper room.
All right.
All right, listen. So I was trying to work on establishing or putting together a new theme song for my show, my little intro song. But I can't do nothing better than the one that I already have. And the problem with that is I don't put that on every one of my shows because I don't like the production quality of it. So this is why I say I need a team. So this year I'm really scouting my team as far as for like production, for sound, for editing, lighting, all of that stuff. I'm really trying to recruit my team and get my team together so we can get this ball rolling, you know? So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with this whole thing. I'm ready to get into some topics, but I'm waiting until y'all get in here. You know, I know it's gonna take some of y'all a little longer than others. Y'all gotta get the babies situated and all that stuff there. So go and do that. Get the kids situated, get the food, the plates made, food served, and all that good stuff. Get your cocktails, and y'all come here and let's chat. Let's talk about it. Because I got some things I want to touch on. And I might start from the bottom and work my way to the top. But we'll see. And if y'all come in and y'all can hear me good and everything's good, just give me a thumbs up and let me know that y'all can hear me clear. You got to say, stop, Bookie. Yes. Yes, that is. Oh, I need my I need my brown. Cause I don't think I'm gonna like it. I don't think I'm gonna like these too much. But yes, y'all get on in here so we can get this good conversation up and going. Now, did anybody check out the SAG Awards? Let's go ahead and start getting into things. Did anybody check out the SAG Awards? They were this weekend that just passed. I want to say it was Sunday night, if I'm not mistaken. If not Sunday night, then last night, but I want to say it was Sunday night was the SAG Awards. And you know, the SAG Awards is for the movies. You know, it's kind of like, it's a big deal, like the Golden Globes and all that good stuff there, like the Oscars. It's a really, really big deal. And a huge milestone was met. They had Laverne Cox. She was hosting the red carpet. She did the E-Live red carpet for the SAG Awards. I thought that was big. I thought that was a big milestone. It was a big step forward, especially for the LGBTQIA plus community. I felt like that was a really, really big step for us, you know? Because I could totally see somebody like T.S. Madison, you know, hosting a red carpet gig, or Billy Porter. Like, I could really see them, you know, doing that type of thing. So to see Laverne Cox doing it, that was big, you know? Like, we all looked up and loved Joan Rivers in some form or fashion, especially in the gay community. Everybody lived for Joan. And that was something that Joan originated and started. You know, it didn't used to be. You had paparazzi on the red carpet to take pictures for, you know, different, you know, whoever was wearing whatever and whoever was dressed in this. Then Dior, if you dressed in Dior, Dior are going to send their fashion photographers to go out and get pictures, so then they could send those pictures to Vogue and all these other different magazines and possibly get it published, so people could see them in, you know, your wardrobe. Where Joan switched the whole game when she came, because she wasn't like paparazzi. She wasn't trying to just take pictures. She came with a video camera and a microphone, and she was like, what are you wearing? Who are you wearing? And it changed the whole red carpet. So people made sure that they were done for the red carpet. They made sure they knew who they were wearing. And designers started making sure that they had their shit on the red carpet. They had the latest, you know, the biggest names in entertainment at the time wearing their garments, so their name could be out there. So to do a whole, you know, years and years and years later, and now to have somebody like Laverne Cox doing that, I thought it was really, really big. Now, she spoke to Will and Jada on the red carpet. During that conversation, she had mentioned, like during the closing of the conversation in the interview, she said about, you know, y'all, whatever, you know, I wish y'all the best, you know, in the future. We want to see more Red Table Talk. Yeah, we love y'all. We hope to see more of you, more entanglements, I thought it was just her being cute, talking about everything that's about Will and Jada, Red Table Talk, you know, being in the limelight, And then she said about go take her bike down, please. And then she said about the entanglement. Now, I didn't see nothing wrong with her speaking about the entanglement, and why was because that's something that they've spoke about publicly. That's not something that, if it was like Jay-Z and Beyonce and they said, well, what about Jay-Z's 13-year-old son? You know, then that'll be something like, whoa, hold on, like, why would she say that? Like, they don't talk about that. That ain't something that everybody know about, blah, blah, blah. But with that whole entanglement thing, like, they've done a whole Red Table Talk about it. They've discussed this. So I don't think it was something that should have been, you know, just lightly treaded over. It is Will and Jada. That's something that will always be talked about when they speak about Will and Jada. They're going to always resort back to that entanglement, even though that's such a small part of their relationship. But that's America. We feed off of negativity. We feed off of drama. So I didn't understand why somebody like Vivica Fox would come along and say, oh, that was tacky.
You don't think it was tacky to bring it up?
I don't think it was tacky. Why? I don't think it was tacky. I think it would be tacky if someone, like I said, example, Jay-Z and Beyonce. If you said, you know, well, don't Jay-Z have a baby out of wedlock?
That would be taken because that's a rumor or alleged.
Right,
allegedly.
That's alleged. That's not something that you've heard them do a sit-down conversation about or anything. So why would you speak on that or bring that up? That's like doing an interview with Janet Jackson and then you say, well, what about your daughter that you had in the mid-'80s that you don't speak about? Huh?
That would be tacky.
That's tacky. That's a rumor. That's something that you've never heard her do a sit-down interview about. That would make something tacky.
It seemed like that girl Vivica just chose a moment to talk about.
And what the thing about the whole Fox Soul panel, all of the girls that they have, you have to go and get girls that are credible. You have to get girls that are not grasping at strings trying to stay afloat in this business. You got Claudia, you got Vivica, you got Lisa, you got Selena. All four of those women are trying to revive their careers.
Has been.
Okay, they're washed, they're gone, no one's buying their music, movies, or anything. So and Claudia, no one ever lived for her. So of course, anything that is gonna bring a clickbait, they're gonna do it. Mm-hmm. And I didn't like the way when the whole thing came out with Judy and the Brat. How Lisa Ray was on there talking, oh, well, I didn't know nothing about this and blah, blah, this. And it just so like, if you got a personal problem with your sister, deal with that personally with your sister. Not on this social media platform. I felt like that was very tacky.
Yeah.
That was tacky. But not you having an interview and you speaking about things that have transpired in this couple's life that they have publicly spoken about. That's not tacky. That's being a good journalist.
And she said it in a playful,
in a very
way.
Joking, wrapping up the interview playful way. But I take that. I mean, this goes with that. You was reaching for something anyways. Anything Laverne Cox do, Vivica gonna have something to say about it if it's something she don't agree with, because she's doing something that you would want to be doing. So you probably personally feel like she want to be me. She want to be black. She want to be a black female, and she wants to be an actress, and that's me. So I feel like so she's speaking up about something because you got a personal feeling about some shit. She probably felt like, why did they go get Laverne Cox to do that when they could have got me?
Right.
I was open. My schedule was free. I could have done that.
Well, they ain't checking for you. They're checking for Laverne Cox.
And it's just like, you need to make sure you get the crusher and crush this stuff up. And she'll probably got all these thick ass, I can't speak how I want to, but y'all all know who that is. It's Derek the director, David the director. What's your name?
Derek the director.
Derek the director. That's who that is back there. Derek the director. So y'all go ahead and give him his round of applause.
Mm-hmm.
I should have went live on my podcast show as well, but I just really wanted to sit down and touch base with my social media people who joins the lives and be missing and sending me those inboxes like, when you gonna do another one? When you gonna do another one? We want to see you. So I'm here for you guys. But yeah, my whole thing, I really feel like Vivica, you just was ready to take a cheap shot, and that's what you did. I felt like it was uncalled for. It was unnecessary. I ain't feel like none of that was, even if you felt that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, how could you be, how many times you've been married, Vivica?
And then, too, with the Smiths, they outspoken. They'll that's inappropriate.
Jada would have said it quick, what? And Will would have shut that interview down.
Really?
If they were really, they laughed about it. It was like, and not a phony fake laugh, a real laugh.
It was a real laugh, yeah.
Like, why they just, like, she threw him off course. But people could just be so fucking judgmental and have a problem with everything. I didn't see a tweet or a comment that Jada or Will made in regards to that.
Yeah. She the only one said something about it.
That's it. Then here come the Shade Room, profiling it, sharing it, putting it out there for other people to see it. Because they know ain't nobody wasn't nobody watching Fox Soul. So ain't nobody see the shit that she said. Nobody cared to see it. Ain't nobody checking for her. You know what I'm saying? And she had to use that little moment to try to get some light on her. And I thought that was just so petty. And what she said, tacky. Thought it was so petty and just tacky. So we just spoke about that. I could take that off the list. But usually, y'all know I try to open up with something inspirational and positive and all this stuff here. But what my topic was today, what my purpose was coming here today was just to say, stop standing around and letting other people's perception or opinion of you or what you're doing matter, because it doesn't. If you got a problem with something, fix it. You see something you don't like in yourself, change it. Got a problem with people that are around you, they're not doing what you want them to do, what they should be doing, remove them. It's very, very easy. I always say life is what you make it. Everything that is in play in your life, you allowed it. From the people to the tasks to whatever it may be that you're doing, have to do, don't want to do, but doing it, you've allowed it. So we have to be very mindful about the things that we do and the people that we allow in our circle.
For real.
So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. And really, because I was sitting the other day, I think yesterday, and I was on YouTube, right? And I like history. So I like to learn about different neighborhoods and cities and towns and all type of stuff, especially with something where it's not a lot of black folks. I like to see what are their history? Like what is the history behind this? So with Zephyr Hills, before I moved out here, I did some research. When I moved out here, I did some research. But yesterday, I was sitting up and I found a documentary about Zephyr Hills, and it was like the unspoken of Zephyr Hills. Right. So I'm like, what? The unspoken? So the unspoken stories of Zephyr Hills. So I checked it out. I watched it. It was about 45 minutes long. And it was so informative and so good. I knew that there was a black town here in Zephyr Hills, but I knew that they had gotten rid of that town. One by one, moving the black people out, and they ended up getting rid of it. The town only had about between 150 to 200 black folks. The high school only had about 30 black people that attended. But as I'm watching this documentary, what started to bother me was when I'm watching the time frame of when they started coming around. They started to desegregate the school, right? Which allowing the blacks and the whites to sit together and learn together in 1967. That's like 20 years, less than 20 years before I was born.
Oh, shit.
So I'm like, wait a minute, why so late? Because I know that the Brown versus the Board of Education was back in like 39, 40. So why the hell did they wait to 67 to do this? I was like, whoa. So I'm watching more, and they start showing this black cop who's a deputy becoming a lieutenant. He's a lieutenant now, whatever. Yeah, he got on the force. He joined the Zephyr Hills Police Department and was the first African-American police officer in Zephyr Hills.
Ever.
Guess what year this was?
Oh, yeah.
Just take a wild guess. See if
95.
2001.
That's crazy.
2001. They hired their first African-American police officer.
That's crazy.
Now, there was a guy, who worked in the prison. He worked at the Zephyr Hills Correctional. And he was a corrections officer. And he wanted to be a police officer. But when he tried to put in his application to be a police officer back in, I think he said it was the 80s or something like that, they didn't accept it. And they told him that they would not accept his application. Because they didn't tell him because he was black. He was like, he knew he met the requirements. He had done served in the army and all that. And so he knew the only reason they didn't accept it was because he was black.
Mm-hmm.
And then to go full circle, and it's like 20 years later, that same police officer, that same captain tell this black CO, I think you should go out for a police officer. I think you'll do good. So the people who are making this film, they say, do you know that another black man had tried back in so-and-so said the date to put in an application for to become a police officer who was working at the correction, at the correctional facility.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, but Captain, blah, 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 said his name, would not accept his application. And he was like, what? It's like, yeah. Like, how do you feel about that? He was like, that's surprising to know because that's who told me that he felt that was a good fit to be a police officer. But this was 2001. When that other guy tried, I think that was 85.
So do you feel like he had a change within that time?
I don't think he had a change. I think he looked at the books and said, there's no black people on our roster.
Yeah.
We need to put some black officers in here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because I didn't, and even when I was like, oh, maybe not, maybe he did feel like this was the right person. They totally changed my views because then they were talking about 6th Avenue. 6th Avenue is right here. It's that main street.
What is called the other name for it? Gall. Gall.
Now, no, Gall is 301.
Okay.
Gall is 301. But right there where Village Inn at, where that street at right there,
mm-hmm.
that's 5th. And then the next street over is 6th.
Okay.
That's where they got the city hall and the fire station, all that stuff. They're city.
Okay. It's on the 6th. Okay.
That street, a lady came forward and she said she wanted to she wanted 6th Street to be renamed to Dr. Martin Luther King Boulevard because it was one of the few streets that ran straight through Zephyr Hills. It was like one side was the whites, the other side was the blacks, so it was be a kind of like bridging the gap and bringing them together. These people, you got to get out the phone and pay attention because you got to be in correspondence with me.
I'm listening.
These people sat here and they did this whole protesting and stuff, the black folks, and they got them to agree. It was a 4-1 vote that they'll change the street. So they changed the street name. Do you know these people came together in the community and protested and sent letters and everything, like people who owned houses up 6, saying they was very upset because they weren't even informed that the street was going to be renamed. They didn't know that there was a voting or anything, a talk, a conversation, a town meeting about it or anything. All of a sudden, they just wake up one day and they receiving a letter saying that the street is about to be renamed to Dr. Martin Luther King Boulevard. Well, what's the problem is what I was trying to figure out.
Exactly.
Because whether it was Dr. Martin Luther King Boulevard or Elvis Presley Boulevard, what was your problem?
They be feeling so entitled.
Then for them to say, oh, well, it had nothing to do with race. It was just that we weren't notified. We weren't told. You're not notified and told when they finna come and fucking sweep the street. You ain't notified and told when they finna fucking add a middle median in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You're not notified and told of anything when they finna put a sidewalk in. Only thing you're notified and told, just like when they sent that letter out, is to let you know, hey, there's going to be cars or trucks on the street that are going to be installing these signs. That's it. Not we need to have a town hall meeting and this, because of what are we having a town hall meeting for?
Exactly.
Like, there's nothing to have a town hall meeting about. This is just common sense. Why not rename it that?
And
So
they got, what happened?
So they ended up, it was already done, and the person that was in office at the time, he wasn't changing it. So this other lady, of course, a snow bunny, white hair, blonde hair, blue eyes, she runs for the office for the, mayor of whatever, whatever, mayor of Zephyr Hills. And that was one of her campaign things, that she was going to do everything within her power to change 6th Street back to 6th Street. To show you just how racist they are here, she won, got in office, and that was her sole mission, to change it back to 6th Street. So they removed all the Dr. Martin Luther King signs, and they changed it back to 6th Street, but up under 6th Ave, it says, or 6th Street, whatever, it says, honoring Dr. M.L. King Boulevard.
That's like a slap in the face to the men, though.
Such a slap in the face.
For real.
And it's like, at the end of the day, it's about humanity. You know what I'm saying? Why not, when a man so peaceful and so positive that was trying to do something to benefit and help us all,
races.
for all,
Yeah.
why not say, okay, yeah, let's go ahead and do. This wasn't how about they're changing it to Tupac Shakur Boulevard or Suge Knight Boulevard or anything like that. This is a man of peace and positivity. I was just so taken aback. And then to see that this lady actually did everything within her power to try to change it. And then what she was saying, like, they're not enslaved anymore. Why should we always have to be reminded of... Huh?
Well, you reminded of all history.
Of all. But that's actually,
that
was so ignorant. But it shows you the level of intelligence that this community holds. It shows you. That's why I say I never felt the need to put a Black Lives Matter sign in my yard. I put a Biden and do all of that type of stuff, because some people can be ignorant as shit, okay? And they look for that type of stuff. In the same way they'll put a Trump really won and it's in support of this, that, and the other, and expect for you to respect that and not touch it, they'll go and see what you're doing and use that and try to come and do something to you.
Shit.
And I'm just like, it's so crazy. But these bitches are so ignorant. They're so ignorant. We gotta protect ourselves. So listen, did y'all check out the Brat and Jessica Dupart, Big Booty Judy, who y'all know, Kaleidoscope? They got married.
They tied the knot.
2/22. I thought that was a perfect date. 2/22/22. Just perfect. It was a very, very beautiful wedding. I don't know if y'all seen it. That's why I got to get my little screen so I could be able to click and then bring it up so y'all could be able to see the little pictures and all that.
Little clips of what you talk about.
Yeah, and all that shit there. But they looked absolutely beautiful. Both of them looked gorgeous. I loved the Brat's dress. Jessica dressed, but she is a lot. It was a lot going on.
So you like the tux dress look?
I liked the tux dress look. That was really, really cute. That was really cute, and it was so different. I wasn't expecting that at all. I was expecting her to probably have on a gown.
But she got the
like
build
Judy.
for it.
So, right. It definitely suited her shape.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Because Judy would have looked good in the tuck dress.
Mm-mm.
The Brat, yeah.
But there's not too much Judy would good in, because she's so short and she's so
curvy.
Yeah.
She's beautiful. She got a beautiful body.
I don't know and all that, but yeah, she definitely, there's a lot going on there, so it's like.
It's nice looking. It's not blah.
Look like a potato with the sides punched out.
I'm glad. I'm done.
That's it.
They looked nice though. That was pretty. They was.
They looked absolutely beautiful. Absolutely. I was very surprised because I hadn't seen nothing about the wedding. So I was like, aren't they still supposed to be married?
I thought they was already married. How long they been together?
No, I knew that it was supposed to be 2/22/22, but I didn't see them posting nothing, saying like showing nothing. Judy posted everything. So I'm like, they gotta be doing a show about it. I say because Judy posts everything. She didn't even post looking for a chapel or anything. So I'm like, well, damn, are they having a wedding still? And
I was thinking this whole time that they was doing maybe like, like a rededication ceremony or something. Because I thought they was already married. Like, they seemed already married to me.
That long. It's only been, 2-3 years they've been together. Maybe 3.
I feel like they've been together for like 5 years. I don't know where I've been.
I don't know. Maybe it have been 5, but I don't think it's 5. 5 would take us to what? 2017? 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Yeah, 17.
I
don't think 17. But it might have been. Might have been. But I know, because I know for quite some time it was just, it was just, because you're right though. It has been a while because she was dating a guy. And she stopped dating him. I remember that. So maybe it has been about 5 years. Yeah.
Yeah, they all in the blogs about their new 2/22/22.
And I think Judy's pregnant. I know they got a kid that's coming. And I want to say she's pregnant.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So, Tyler Perry, Homecoming. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. I already know you liked it. I already know you liked it. Just as well as many other gays because all the ads and trade that was on there, honey, Tyler Perry need to stop playing. You know, had that baby with that lady and all that shit that he's still playing like he marrying her and shit.
Tyler Perry married?
I don't think they got married, but I know he got a baby. They just had a baby. His baby should be about 4 or 5. Mm-hmm.
Jalila Bekele. That's her name.
Who?
The girl. His baby mama.
Oh, she's an actress too, right? Ain't she one of the girls that act with him?
She is an actress.
Mm-hmm. I want to say she did a movie, one of his movies before.
Yeah, they're not married.
I know they're not married. I figured that. Tyler ain't that stupid. She ain't finna give her half her shit. Mm-mm. No, ma'am.
His son named Amon Perry. A-M-A-N.
Amon or Amon? A-M-A-N.
Yeah, so that's Amon.
Oh, amen.
I would say Amon. A-M-A-N.
It's amen.
Yeah, like that. Amen.
Like amen. Okay. I guess. But it was cute. I liked it. I liked the little Medea movie. Yes, I am uploading to YouTube. Spotify I'm gonna do tomorrow. We'll be back on Spotify. But it will be on YouTube, eh? Definitely I'm recording back here.
Oh, she's really pretty. She's Ethiopian.
Who, the girl?
The girl from...
Because I want to say she was in one of his movies before. Let me see. Oh, no, that's not her. Oh, no, that's not her. That's definitely not who I thought it was. That's odd. They don't even look right together. They look very odd. I'm sorry. That just looks odd to me. Y'all, what y'all think? That look odd to me. That's great. Thank you, babe. Thank you. I'm just sorry. That man just gives me too much punk. Not punk, punk with an O. Punk.
Whoa.
Big punk. But it was a damn good movie. I gotta get ready to go, y'all, because my baby is having a fit back there. And I know everybody is not whatever. But the last topic I did want to hit on, I wanted to talk about, I wanted to get deep with this here, but it don't look like we is going to that level tonight. But I wanted to talk about this. Sex work. Do you view sex work? No, it's not up there. It's right here on my notes. It was added last minute. Do you view sex work as work? Or is that just like, no. If your partner or someone that you met said, you know, you was like, what do you do for a living? And they're like, oh, I do sex work. Or I'm a professional escort. How would you take that? Like, what would you say? You met this chick, fine, bad, on her shit, and you like, well, what do you do for a living? And she tell you, well, I'm an escort.
So do I believe that that's like a job, or do I believe that's something?
Do you think that's something that you'll be like, oh, okay, that's what's up? Or it's like, oh, no, I can't fuck with her. She a prostitute.
I could see how somebody would think that, though.
So
Like,
you would think that.
No, I wouldn't.
How you gonna try to wiggle around that motherfucker? You gonna try to wiggle around that time? So I could see how someone would think that, so that's what you would think. You would be thinking more like fucking whore. Yeah. I would say she an escort. Bitch, you a prostitute.
No, you gotta think about, okay, because like, if you have a dude.
Yeah, like online, like high class, online, like she on her shit. She ain't a streetwalker, you know, none of that type of stuff. No low end stuff. She's a high end escort. She does sex work. That's her job. That's her career, how she gets her bread. Like, would that be a no for you?
If you want a long term, like if you like, okay, I want to build a future and this is gonna be my wife, you'll probably be like,
porn stars call it work.
True.
Like, so is it because they work for a company that you feel like, okay, that's legitimate? Or because the way I see it as a work. I don't see it as anything other than just a job.
It comes with so much more though, like, because if you're in a committed relationship with somebody that they have sex as their job, when they get home, they don't want to fuck you.
That's not necessarily true. That's not true because they're acting. They're playing a part when they're with these individuals. They're not doing things to satisfy their needs. They're doing things to satisfy them. So they're acting. When they're with their partner, that's something different. That's intimate. So that's not this. It's definitely totally not the same.
So I never need that. I never need that energy from work to come home.
That's like a mother who is, she works at a daycare all day long. And then she come home and you mean to tell me she's thinking the last thing I want to do is be a mother and deal with my children? No.
True.
She go there, she deal with those kids all day, whether it's a daycare, a school teacher, whatever. And you come home, you make sure your kids are doing their homework, you preparing dinner, you got everything set up for the next day. Like whatever, your schedule is as a parent, like you'll still be on top of being a parent regardless of you. Even if I'm a librarian and I'm around books all day, I would come home and still want to relax, wind down, and read me a nice book.
So let's keep it real.
Right.
Let's just keep it real. So you never met so you don't see none of the mamas that be like, let's just say for instance, they're a housekeeper at a hotel, and they get home and they be like,
wait a minute,
I ain't cleaning up dishes.
You can't be on here looking all gorgeous. How you looking? Because we are getting distracted from the conversation. Right. And April, thank you, boo.
They getting distracted.
But April, that's correct. Intimacy is different than just sex. Like when you and then I don't like sex work is just that. It's just sex. And some people don't even put their mind into it. It's just a boom, boom, click, click, pay your money, go about your business. And that's that. And that's a done deal. That's a wrap.
So you just saying it's just work, basically.
That's it. I see sex work as just work. You should be able to write it off on your taxes and all that shit. Retire, set yourself up, like however. But so I don't think that people should be going to jail and all of this stuff about what they choose to do with their body.
So what if you with somebody like your significant other and he don't want you to do that no more? He's like, I don't want you to do that.
Oh, I've been there. I've had to retire. Like I've done sex work before. I came into it. I had to do what I had to do, and but my mind frame was a lot different from a lot of the girls. A lot of the girls do it, and they see it as survival, and they start to depend on it. I didn't do that. I used it for my benefit and got what I can get, and leveled up my bricks and used them as stepping stones, and then I moved on from it. I didn't stay, focused on it. When I seen how the money came, that's when I started strategizing, and I was like, okay, so that's when I saved up. I used that to pay for Slave Pay Shade. Mm-hmm. And then I started with clothes and, doing something that I loved. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I didn't know. It was a lot different than just saying, oh, y'all want to do this for the rest. Like, no. Neither did I really have the option because I started so late in the game. So it ain't like I couldn't just sit around and be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to do this for the next 10, 20 years. Da, 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 da. Like, what, you going to be 60? Still around here trying to stay up to twat, bitch. Ain't nobody buying
still that thing, still thinking.
Right. Trying to make that thing. Like, And I did not want to be doing none of that. So I was thinking smarter. But yeah, so that's how I view that. I don't feel like it should ever be a problem in a relationship. But a lot of people, like, they have problems within their relationship about that because a lot of, men feel like they don't want their girl to be, sharing themselves and da-da-da and all this stuff here. And I understand that to a certain degree because then I'm like, it's work. It's a job. It's a job. But you like, no. You'll leave that bitch.
I'll be like, babe,
you'll leave that hoe.
Go work in customer service. I like that job better. You don't have to take off your clothes.
But then think about the pay difference.
It is a bit different. It is.
Like, you rather go and get $300 for this 20-minute session or go and sit and work $16 an hour for 8 hours a day.
That's $80.
Like, and get $80.
$80, $90.
Huh? For a day, for a whole 8 hours work, but I've only spent 25 minutes.
And I got 300.
And I'm counting 300.
Some of them get more than that too.
You got some of them that's getting 5, 6, 7, all of that. Especially when you invest into yourself. When you invest into your look, your body, your image, and the way that you carry yourself, and all of that stuff. Like, yeah,
okay,
you got
so
some of them that could get a whole $1,000 an hour.
So I go back to what you said before. Okay, I guess I can accept it, but I like try to persuade my girl
if sex
to
is regulated and taxed, it could be a profitable and safe job. Correct.
And get out of it
Correct.
eventually, not
it
forever.
really could. And the reason why it's so unsafe is because people know that you're not finna just, oh, he robbed me, I'm finna call the police, like, cause they ain't gonna wanna do shit, especially once they see that this is a sex worker, because it's so frowned upon. I'm just, work is work. You know, for me, a job is a job. And baby, I'd rather be getting $300 than to be, and FYI, I don't do that type of work no longer, so we don't have to be worried. I have a child now, so that part of my life is so dead. But once upon a time, yes, that is what I knew, and that is what I did and what I used to develop myself and gain myself and build myself up and get myself to the level that I wanted to be at. Mm-hmm. And I learned not to be ashamed of that, because for a long time I was very much so ashamed of it. But once people started to try to use that against me, I learned to stand up and face it and be proud of what it took to become the trans woman that I am today. And I'm very, very proud of all of my success and my failures. All of it. Thank you, babe. Right. My baby said, we can't judge you. Look at you now. What? Why? What's wrong with Millie? She still up?
She crying. Yes. Is she done yet?
Oh, just get her and bring her in here.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. Just bring her here. They already know I got my baby girl. Right. We all have passed. Nobody's perfect. I always say it. You show me somebody perfect, I'll show you a goddamn lie. I'll show you a goddamn lie. Because there ain't nobody perfect. None of us are perfect at all. That's so, so true. And that's why I love you guys. You know what I'm saying? Especially you, April. You already know I love you down. True story. You already know I love you down. Like, you show me so much support and so much love, and I appreciate every bit of ounce of inch of it. Every of it. I appreciate that shit. For real. But all of y'all for joining me tonight, everybody who took the time out to just sit and listen and, you know, pay attention. Hopefully I dropped some jewels upon you and you learned a little something, got a little bit of education here today. Jason Trevor says, every I gotta watch the whole entire video on YouTube. Yes, I'm gonna put it all up on YouTube. Jason says sex work is working, but I couldn't date anyone doing it. I'm just saying.
See, that's how I feel.
I don't like, and he's entitled to that. And it's because it's a lot of people who won't date someone that work at McDonald's, or, you know, they won't date someone that work at a car wash or whatever. So everyone has their preference, and he's entitled to that.
We can fool around, but we
entitled
can't
to that. But I just see it as a job. You know what I'm saying? I see it as work. You might not like that lawyer goes out and he defends those guys that do the dirty work. But guess what? That job is providing for the family to stay in their $1 million home, drive their Bentley or not, you know, all of that shit. It's paying for all their whole lifestyle.
All of that shit.
So it's like, you may not like it, but that's what he does, and it pays the bills, provides a future. But that's how I look at it. Like, yeah, we might not agree. It's a lot of people that won't agree, that it's just a job. But like you said, it is just a job, but you couldn't date someone doing it. And that's totally your opinion and your preference. And that's respected, most definitely. Because like I said, it's people who will be like, oh, damn, he fine, but girl, he work at Burger King. I can't fuck with him. Like, he don't even make enough. He couldn't even pay my fucking Maserati car note. So, that's about preference, which is understandable. But most definitely, I appreciate y'all for coming here tonight and checking us out. Listen, what is it? Danny the director? Derek the director. I'm on my Wendy Williams tonight. Sorry, y'all. I'm forgetting my
I'm on that Wendy Williams shit.
Listen, Derek the director need to make sure that he's here, okay? And we'll be able to bring this daily show to you like I want to, but it's so hard with me trying to get a co-host to get on board with me so I can continuously do it. I try to do it with just me. That gets boring. And I know y'all want to see more than just me or hear more than just me and want to see me interacting and doing all that good stuff there. So that's what I'm trying to bring to y'all as well. To my people that I had booked that did not show, that weren't able to make it the couple weeks back, which is cool because shit happens and shit comes up. We are going to reschedule, rebook, and get everything reset up and still get those shows out there and get them done. So, that's right, April. You got it. He's Norman. And April says she enjoyed this format. She liked it like this. And I'm going to eventually get Norman, Derek the director, on camera too. So we can do like a little flip back and forth type of thing. But that's for my editor. So I got to reach out to Soldier. I got to find Lee. I got to find, I got a couple of people that I got to really try to get on board because this season 3 of the Gezelle Talk Show. So like this year, it really need to go way, way, way up.
We up.
Bigger than I've done it. So that's what I'm trying to work on and get done. So y'all just bear with me, but get ready for the ride. And enjoy it. Get your cocktails. I have my cocktail menu together sometime this week. I'll probably get it together tonight so I can have it for tomorrow. And then y'all can be able to pick up the items and then we can all be sipping together the same drinks and be feeling it. Because I think we're just going to do the Brown Boy, which is the Hennessy and Red Bull. Do the Johnny Vegas, which is the, Casamigos. And Red Bull and watermelon sucker.
That's
and then
good.
I think then just and Fireball, which is shots. So we're gonna get all of that together. Look, they say we ready. Yes. Plus I got the t-shirts coming. I'm gonna ship those out to all my people that's fucking with me now. Y'all gonna get y'all free shirts. So I'm gonna just have y'all to send me the address and everything, and I'm gonna ship those out to y'all. So y'all can rep the brand because the Gezelle Nicole is about to really do some big things, but the whole Gezelle Talk Show is really, really about to go up. And we got to continue this shit.
Up and we stuck.
It's up and it's stuck. Season 3, bitches. I can't believe this shit here. But yeah, so we're going to wrap it up. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. I love you guys. Say I will put you all over TikTok. Yes. That'll work. Hello, number 1. I love you, boo. Thank y'all all for viewing, tuning in tonight. I love you guys. Have a great, great, great Taco Tuesday night. I'm going to go in here and fix my tacos and get my grub on. I love y'all. Mwah. Good night.
And that's a wrap.
April Smile, I want my merch. You gonna get it, boo. I promise.
Let me get to you I'm sorry.
Oh, I could download this video.
No, I did.
Okay.
That's it. Did I make you a cup any day?
I'm gonna download
If
this.
you on live, yes, I am, man. So keep it.
How long did we do? Stop the camera at the hour.